Today we are going deep on style,
Okay.
specifically how a man of a certain age can refine his look.
Right.
Our source material seems to be targeted towards men looking to attract the attention of women,
Hmm.
and it's written with a heterosexual lens.
Okay.
Of course, that won't apply to everyone listening,
Right.
but the style tips themselves could be helpful for anyone.
Sure.
What do you think? Is there really a timeless style that works across the board?
It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
While fashion trends come and go, I think there are certain principles of style that remain constant.
Okay.
Things like fit quality and a sense of personal expression.
Okay, let's unpack some of these timeless style tips.
Okay.
The source material starts off strong with a vivid description of a man in a well-fitted suit.
Right.
They even compare it to a suit of armor and a work of art.
Wow.
Do you think a suit really holds that much power?
There's definitely something about a well-tailored suit that commands attention. It's not just about the clothes themselves. It's about what they represent. Confidence, success, a certain level of sophistication.
Yeah.
And psychologically, it creates a powerful first impression.
They go on to say that a suit should fit impeccably like a second skin.
Wow.
I'm curious, what are your thoughts on tailoring? Is it something every man should consider?
I think tailoring is one of the best investments you can make in your wardrobe.
Okay.
A skilled tailor can take even an off-the-rack suit
Right.
and make it look custom-made,
Right.
ensuring the fit is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
It's that attention to detail that can really elevate a man's style.
And it seems like attention to detail is a recurring theme in our source material.
Yeah.
They specifically call out watches, not just any watches, but classic dress watches.
Oh, interesting.
They say it speaks volumes about your status, fashion choices, and sophistication.
Oh.
Watches are fascinating.
They are.
They're more than just timepieces.
Yeah.
They're a statement, a symbol of craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
And they can even become family heirlooms passed down through generations.
Absolutely.
There's a certain weight to a classic watch that adds to a man's overall presence.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, but this next tip is where things get a little interesting.
Oh, really?
The source suggests subtly checking your watch when a woman is present.
Huh.
Is this a genuine tip, or are they just having a little fun with us?
I think it's a bit tongue-in-cheek,
Okay.
but there might be a grain of truth to it.
Okay.
It's all about confidence and subtlety.
Yeah.
Imagine someone confidently glancing at their watch,
Mm-hmm.
not in a rushed or nervous way,
Right.
but with a sense of composure.
Yeah.
It could be seen as a subtle sign of self-assurance.
All right, moving on to a look that our source seems very enthusiastic about.
Okay.
A crisp white dress shirt with rolled up sleeves. I have to ask,
Yeah.
is this really a timeless look, or is it a bit dated?
I think it's a look that can be incredibly stylish,
Okay.
but it's all about the execution.
Right.
A well-fitted white shirt, crisp and clean, with the sleeves casually rolled up.
Yeah.
It strikes a balance between polished and relaxed, suggesting a man who's comfortable in his own skin.
They even get into some rather specific details about this look detail. I'm not sure we can repeat on the air, but it's clear they have a strong opinion. What do you think is the psychology behind this particular style choice?
I think it taps into some primal ideas about masculinity.
Okay.
The white shirt represents formality and sophistication,
Right.
while the rolled sleeves hint at a more rugged, hands-on side.
Interesting.
It's that contrast that can be so appealing.
So it's not just about the hairy arms then?
Definitely not.
Okay.
It's about the overall impression, the suggestion of strength and capability, tempered with a sense of ease and approachability.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Next up, our source dives into the art form of layering.
Okay.
They're not just talking about practicality,
Right.
but layering is a way to showcase style and sophistication. What are some key things to keep in mind when it comes to layering?
Layering is all about creating depth and visual interest in an outfit.
Okay.
It's about combining different textures, colors, and proportions in a way that feels effortless and stylish.
They give the example of pairing a fitted jacket with a scarf or layering a cardigan over a button-down shirt.
Yeah, those are good examples.
I like that these are all classic pieces that most men probably already have in their wardrobes.
Exactly.
Layering doesn't have to be complicated or expensive.
Right.
It's about being creative and using what you have to create a look that feels both unique and put together.
I agree.
Now let's talk footwear.
Okay.
Our source has some strong opinions here.
Oh.
Lace-up boots, they say, are a must-have for any man who wants to project a rugged and masculine vibe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Lace-up boots are definitely a classic choice,
Yeah.
and they can add a certain edge to an outfit.
Mm.
But I think it's important to consider the overall context.
Right.
A sleek Chelsea boot can be just as stylish depending on the occasion and the rest of your outfit. They suggest imagining the sound of your boots hitting the pavement. It's almost like they're trying to create a whole mood or persona around this footwear.
It's about more than just the clothes. It's about the attitude.
Yeah.
And a good pair of boots can definitely give you that extra swagger.
Mm-hmm.
But it's important to choose a style that feels authentic to you.
So it's not just about blindly following trends. It's about finding what works for you and owning it.
Exactly.
I like that. Now, as we're going through these tips, I'm noticing a recurring theme.
What's that?
Fit.
Ah, yes.
The source emphasizes that well-fitting clothing is crucial regardless of the specific garment.
Absolutely. Fit is king.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how expensive or stylish a piece of the clothing is.
Right.
If it doesn't fit well, it won't look good.
True.
Proper fit can enhance any man's physique and project an image of confidence and attention to detail.
And they even mention the importance of finding a good tailor.
Oh, for sure.
Do you have any tips for finding a tailor who understands men's style?
It's worth doing some research and asking for recommendations.
Okay.
Look for a tailor who has experience working with men's clothing
Right.
and who understands the nuances of fit and proportion.
Got it.
A good tailor can be a valuable asset to your wardrobe.
Moving on to the realm of the senses, the source describes fragrance as a secret weapon. They even go so far as to say that it can enchant those around you.
Wow.
Do you believe a fragrance can be that powerful?
Fragrance has a unique ability to evoke emotions and create lasting impressions.
Okay.
It's a subtle but powerful way to enhance your overall presence.
Mm-hmm.
And finding a fragrance that truly reflects your personality can be incredibly attractive.
The source suggests a fragrance with woody undertones.
Interesting.
What comes to mind when you hear that description?
Woody scents tend to be warm, sophisticated,
Yeah.
and often associated with nature.
Right.
They suggest a sense of grounding and masculinity, which can be very appealing.
I'm picturing a man walking through a forest, leaving a trail of intriguing scent behind him.
I like that.
All right, next up, the source gets a little intellectual on us.
Oh.
They suggest that glasses can add intellectual attraction. I have to ask,
Yeah.
are we talking about those little reading glasses people wear around their necks?
I think they're referring to glasses as a deliberate style choice.
Oh, okay.
And they have a point.
Okay.
Glasses can be a powerful way to express your personality and add a touch of sophistication to your look.
They mentioned tortoiseshell and aviators as examples.
Classic choices.
What other frame styles do you think are particularly stylish for a man of a certain age?
There are so many great options.
Yeah.
Round frames can add a touch of vintage charm,
Mm-hmm.
while square frames offer a more modern and angular look.
Right.
And you have to consider the material acetate metal, even wood.
Oh, wow.
The possibilities are endless.
It sounds like finding the right pair of glasses is almost as much of an art form as choosing a good suit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about finding a frame that complements your face shape,
Yeah.
your personal style,
Yeah.
and even your hair color and skin tone. A good optician can help you navigate the options.
Speaking of details, let's talk accessories.
Okay.
The source emphasizes that accessories are not just an afterthought, they're the finishing touch. And they specifically call out the rugged charm of leather goods.
I like leather goods.
What do you think is behind that appeal?
Leather has a certain timeless appeal.
Yeah.
It's durable, versatile,
Right?
and develops a beautiful patina over time.
It does.
It suggests a sense of history, craftsmanship, and a connection to nature.
They list watches, cufflinks, belts, wallets, and even briefcases as examples. It's like they're encouraging men to embrace those classic, well-made pieces that never go out of style.
I think there's something to be said for investing in quality pieces that will last.
Yeah.
It's a more sustainable approach to style,
Right.
and it shows a certain level of discernment and appreciation for craftsmanship.
Okay, last but not least, we have a bit of a curveball.
What's that?
The baseball cap. The source suggests wearing it forward for a classic look or backward for a more youthful vibe.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
A baseball cap can definitely add a casual and sporty element to an outfit.
Okay.
And the way you wear it can change the overall vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important to consider your personal style and the context.
They even talk about how older men should embrace this accessory to add a touch of youthful energy. I'm not sure if I'm convinced. What do you think?
I think it depends on the individual and how they style it.
Okay.
It's all about balance.
Right.
A baseball cap can be a fun and stylish accessory,
Yeah.
but it's important to make sure it feels authentic to you and doesn't come across as trying too hard. It's interesting how a simple accessory like a baseball cap can be so polarizing.
Yeah.
Some people love them, others find them too casual.
Right.
It really comes down to personal preference.
And that brings up an interesting point. Throughout this deep dive, the source material seems to assume that all men are striving for a certain type of look.
Right.
Rugged, masculine, even a bit alpha.
Right.
But what about men who have a different style sensibility? Where do they fit in?
I think it's important to remember that these are just suggestions, not rules.
Right.
True style is about finding what works for you, what makes you feel confident and comfortable.
Yeah.
And that might be completely different from what the source material recommends.
So it's not about fitting into a certain mold, it's about expressing your own unique personality.
Absolutely.
I like that.
And I think the best style advice encourages men to experiment, to try different things, and to develop their own sense of what looks and feels good.
You know, as we're talking about individuality, I'm reminded of something the source mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah.
The importance of choosing a fragrance that suits your personality.
Right.
But how do you even begin to figure out what your signature scent is?
It's definitely a journey of discovery. I'd recommend starting by exploring different fragrance families. Floral, woody, citrusy, spicy.
Okay.
And seeing what resonates with you. Pay attention to how different scents make you feel.
Right.
Do you feel energized,
Yeah.
relaxed, sophisticated?
It's almost like finding a fragrance is a form of self-expression, just like choosing your clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not about following trends or trying to impress anyone else. It's about finding something that you genuinely enjoy and that makes you feel confident.
Speaking of confidence, the source material talks about how a well-dressed man exudes an aura of self-assurance that younger women find irresistible. Do you think there's a real connection between style and confidence?
I think there's definitely a link.
Okay.
When you feel good about how you look, it can have a positive impact on your self-esteem and how you carry yourself.
Right.
It's not about vanity.
No.
It's about feeling comfortable and confident in your own skin.
It's like that saying, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. In this case, maybe it's dress for the life you want, not the life you have.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's not just about dressing to impress others.
Right.
It's about dressing for yourself, to boost your own confidence and make you feel good.
Okay, let's circle back to something we touched on earlier.
Okay, what's that?
The art of layering.
Ah, yes.
I have to admit, I've always struggled with layering.
Okay.
It feels like a lot of effort, and I'm never sure if I'm doing it right.
Yeah, I understand.
What are your thoughts on this? Is layering really worth the effort?
Layering can be a great way to add depth and visual interest to an outfit,
Okay.
but it definitely takes practice.
Right.
One of the keys is to start with a base layer that's comfortable and well-fitting. Then you can add additional layers like a sweater, cardigan, or jacket
Right.
to create texture and dimension.
I'm picturing that classic look of a turtleneck sweater layered under a blazer.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's so simple, but so stylish.
Exactly. And you can experiment with different textures and colors to create even more interest.
Okay.
For example, you could try layering a chunky knit sweater over a crisp button-down shirt, or pairing a denim jacket with a tailored blazer.
The source material also mentions the importance of choosing high-quality materials.
Yeah.
Do you think that's essential for a layered look?
I think quality materials definitely make a difference.
Okay.
Not only do they look and feel better, but they also tend to last longer.
Right.
So investing in a few key pieces made from high-quality fabrics like cashmere, merino wool, or linen can be a good strategy.
And those pieces can become staples in your wardrobe that you can mix and match for different occasions.
Absolutely. It's about building a versatile wardrobe that reflects your personal style
Yeah.
and allows you to create a variety of looks.
The source material seems to have a strong preference for natural fabrics like leather and wool.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Is there a reason for that beyond just the quality aspect?
I think it goes back to that idea of authenticity and connection to nature that we talked about earlier.
Right.
Natural fabrics have a certain warmth and richness that synthetic fabrics often lack.
Yeah.
And they tend to age more gracefully, developing a patina over time that adds character.
It's like they're saying, embrace the natural beauty of these materials, let them tell a story.
Exactly.
Right.
And there's something to be said for slowing down and appreciating the craftsmanship that goes into making high-quality clothing and accessories.
You know, one thing that strikes me about this conversation is that we haven't really talked about specific brands or trends.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been more about the underlying principles of style and finding what works for you as an individual.
I think that's what makes this conversation so valuable.
Yeah.
It's not about following the latest fads.
Right.
It's about developing a personal sense of style that transcends trends and makes you feel confident and authentic.
And that's something that can last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From the power of a well-fitted suit to the allure of a signature scent.
Yeah.
But before we move on to our final thoughts, is there anything else from the source material that you think is worth highlighting?
I think it's worth reiterating the importance of fit.
Okay.
No matter what you're wearing, if it doesn't fit well, it won't look good.
Right.
So take the time to find clothes that flatter your body type and consider investing in a good tailor.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
And it's a reminder that style is about more than just the clothes themselves. It's about the way you wear them and the confidence you project.
I agree.
You know, it's interesting how this conversation has shifted
Yeah.
from specific style tips to a broader discussion
Mm-hmm.
about confidence and self-expression.
Right.
It seems like the clothes are almost secondary
Yeah.
to the man wearing them.
I think that's a key takeaway.
Yeah.
True style isn't about following a set of rules
Right.
or trying to fit into a mold.
Mm.
It's about understanding yourself,
Okay.
knowing what you want to project, and then using clothing and accessories
Yeah.
as tools to express that.
And it's about owning your choices.
Exactly.
Whatever they may be.
If you feel confident and comfortable in what you're wearing,
Yeah.
that will shine through,
Right.
regardless of whether it's a tailored suit or a t-shirt and jeans.
Speaking of t-shirts and jeans,
Oh, yeah.
our source material actually touches on that look,
Okay.
describing it as a timeless classic that can be dressed up or down.
Hmm.
I have to admit, I used to think of t-shirts as strictly casual wear,
Right.
but I'm starting to see them in a new light.
A well-made t-shirt in a quality fabric
Yeah.
can be surprisingly versatile.
Good.
You can dress it up with a blazer and tailored trousers,
Mm-hmm.
or keep it casual with jeans and sneakers.
Right.
It's all about how you style it.
They suggest pairing a t-shirt with jeans for a casual holiday look.
All right.
What comes to mind when you picture that?
I'm picturing a relaxed and effortless look,
Yeah.
perfect for a vacation or a weekend getaway. Maybe a crisp white t-shirt with dark wash jeans,
Right.
a lightweight linen blazer,
Hmm.
and some loafers or espadrilles.
It sounds so stylish and comfortable.
It does.
Okay, as we wrap up this deep dive, I
Okay.
want to circle back to the main premise of our source material.
Okay.
They were very focused on the idea of attracting the attention of women.
Right.
But do you think these style tips are really specific to that goal? Or do they have broader appeal?
I think the principles we've discussed apply to anyone who wants to present themselves well
Yeah.
and make a positive impression,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of their age or relationship status.
So it's not just about attracting a partner.
Right.
It's about feeling good about yourself and projecting confidence
Yeah.
in all aspects of your life.
Exactly. When you dress well and take care of your appearance, it shows that you respect yourself.
Right.
And that you're putting your best foot forward.
Yeah.
And that can have a ripple effect
Okay.
on how others perceive you
Mm-hmm.
and how you interact with the world.
This has been such a fascinating conversation.
It has.
We've covered everything from the power of a well-fitted suit
Right.
to the subtle allure of a signature scent.
Yeah.
But beyond the specific style tips, I think the biggest takeaway is that true style is about more than just the clothes themselves.
I agree.
It's about confidence, self-expression,
Mm-hmm.
and finding what makes you feel your best.
I couldn't agree more. Style is a journey, not a destination.
Well said.
It's about experimenting, having fun,
Yeah.
and ultimately finding what works for you.
And remember, the most stylish accessory you can wear is confidence.
That's a good one.
Thanks for